anybody standing in trial or coming to try me is a terrorist. That's what their law says.
Section what, me? As simple as that.
Section 2, subsection 3F of Terrorism Prevention and Prohibition Act. That's what it says. Any court considered to try me is committed an act of terrorism.
Yes.
It's very clear. You cannot violate a treaty that Nigeria entered into and then come to try that very person. Is not done anywhere in the world. So you must be aware of that. So that is why there is all these ridiculous delays. That is what Supreme Court said. I did not jump bail. My home was invaded. They came to kill me and I survived. They came to Kenya to kidnap me, brought me back to this country and seeking to try me, which the law says cannot happen. You cannot violate a treaty that Nigeria entered into and then hope to stand on that illegality to conduct a trial. Is not done anywhere in the world.
Good morning from the city of Owerri. My name is Uwazuruike. I want to talk about what happened yesterday at the Supreme Court. I never expected the Supreme Court to release Nnamdi Kanu.
They sent her to my case so they can release or smoothen the pathway for the husband and the son. They are facing, it doesn't matter if they off it. In a corrupt society, that's what happens. They are very, very corrupt. There is a breach of judicial oath. They have violated the judicial oath. They have shown bias according to Supreme Court. They are biased against me. Supreme Court said so. And that is why what is happening in the judgments and rulings concerning me has been happening. So, disobedience to superior court orders. Supreme Court said you are biased. You are against this man. You should not have revoked his bail. Nigeria went to Kenya and kidnapped him. These things are in the public domain. Why, therefore, are they insisting on trying me? A court order was entered. In that very court order, it was said very clearly and succinctly that she is no more. No. That she is no more going to try me. Why are they insisting? Why are they insisting? I ask. Because they have no case against me. They have no case against me, and they know it.
Zion!
We move.
Honorable!
Whoa.
Listen, let me tell you something. You see, in this life, don't joke with them as a native doctor. If not, you will not go cry. Don't go do it.
They go cry.
Cry. If it is they lie, just calm down and watch this very video to the end. Just keep on.
Makari maserima chukwu obodo anyị megharịa ibe ha mere n'azụ ibe ha mere n'isi nwanne anyị Nnamdi Kanu ka ebegherie ya eze Jizọs megharịa ibe ha mere ya n'azụ ololo dike chukwu ndị obodo anyị bịa megharịa ibe ha mere anyị n'azụ ọkanga dike n'agha bịa begharịa ibe bere anyị n'azụ ochula azụla ọha begharịa ibe ha bere anyị n'azụ onye riwe onye jaba mba o dike na dị mma begharịa ibe ha bere anyị n'azụ ari mama seri mama sheketeri mama seri tuo ya aha ọwụ ihe ọ na-alụ. The Lord who pleads the cause of his people ha kwucha okwugharịa ama wee dịka izu agbagharịa ya. Thus says the Lord and your God, you and I na Chukwu anyị, who plead the cause of his people. Behold, I have taken from your hand the cup of staggering, and intoxication, the cup of my wrath, you shall drink no more. Una mangus gwajo mmiri ọzọ. Una mangus ajọ mmanya ọzọ. Mmanya nyanya, mmanya ọnwụ ike, mmanya ụbịam, mmanya mmegbu. You shall not drink them again. You shall drink them no more. Hey! Ọnọdụ na-agbanwe n'isi Nwachukwu. And I will put it into the hands of the tormentors and oppressors. Aga m ebula ajọ iko a. I am going to give your tormentators and oppressors the cup of Rots, you shall not drink them again. Your wicked enemies will drink them. Those who say to you, bow down, that we may ride on you, we will tread over you, we will ride on you, we shall tread over you. Ndị na-azọ unu ukwu agafe, ndị na-emekpa unu arụ, ajọ mmụọ na ajọ mmadụ. Yes. Ndị si unu dota azụ ka ha usoro egwu wee gafere. Kama ha ga-aga na main road, ha chọrọ iji be gị mere main road, zọrọ gị ukwu wee gafere. Chukwu sị na ọ ma mmezi ọzọ, na ya ga-atụgharị ọnọdụ a. Oyi ikpe mmegharị, oyi ikpe mmegharị, tiwe ya oyi ikpe mmegharị. Ọkwa gọọmenti asị na sị ha bịa ka ọ naba, si ha bụ na nwụrụ ka o jewe mana aka ji ya. Anyị na-arịọ ngwọrọ onwe n'isi ya. Chineke anyị efere gị aka. We are praying. We are the praying people. We are free to pray for anybody. Even at Calvary on the cross, Jesus prayed for a thief, which our brother is not. Anyị efere Chukwu aka n'isi ya. A na-emesi tatum obodo anyị jọrọ njọ kịta maka odogwu aka ji agụ ka agụ aka ji were onwe ya, ka dike aka ji were onwe ya. Chineke zara ekpere ụmụ gị, kpeghere ya n'ikpe a, kpeghere ya n'ikpe a. Oyi ikpe mkpegharị, ikpegharị ikpe ha kpere n'azụ. Ọdụm egwu Juda kpegharị ikpe ha kpere n'azụ. Eze ma onye njem ọnụ Chukwu Igbo niile kpegharị ikpe ha kpere n'azụ. Chukwu obodo anyị onye njem ọnụ Chukwu ụmụ Naịjirịa kpegharị ikpe ha kpere n'azụ. Kpegharị ikpe ha kpere n'azụ. Ọ gịnị mere Naịjirịa anaghị aga n'iru? Ka ọ dị taa, ka ọ dị nwụọ, ka ọ dị nya. Ọ ga-esi n'ịjọ njọ banye na njọ karịrị. Ka Chineke kwugharịa okwu n'obodo a. Chukwu maka ọ ga-esi mee ya. Our children cannot continue to run away to other countries. May the Lord put this country in a divine shape, that our children shall begin to return. Americans shall begin to return to Nigeria. Europeans shall begin to return to Nigeria. Asians shall begin to return to Nigeria. God can do it. God can do it. God can do it. Our youth, after studies, they will have no job. We are blessing you, Nigerian youth. In your hopelessness, there is still hope. There is still hope. In Ezra 10, in verse 2 following, there is still hope for you. Don't lose hope in God. Don't lose hope in God. Let nothing make you to lose hope in God. It shall be well with you. And I bless you. I bless you, my people. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit.
Agatapona akataponi na Igbo jiri piri mụ na ha nọ meeting ugbu a. Meeting anyị na-eme bụ na ala Igbo ya dịrịrị mma. Ke ka mmadụ ya na-esi ejebe nna ya egwu a na-atụ ya. A na-eme traditional marriage ejebe Togo. Ba anyị kwa banọ. Anyị nọ meeting. Serious meeting. Anybody that don't want that region to move forward or develop, we go down. We want peace. We want... do you know how our land used to be before? You can enter by 10 p.m., go wherever you want to go and come back. December morning, we circulate everywhere. People are building houses. Big men will come back home. They will use keke napep so that they will not see them with a big car. Those that are building house before are no longer building, because if you are building, they will go and kidnap your grandmother and ask you to bring money. We can't continue like that.
It's only in Nigeria that the court can set somebody free and the government will say, no, keep the person. So in this mass, we lift our hands and pray for the full release of Nnamdi Kanu. Fewere Chukwu aka n'isi ya. Oyi bembegare. Begere ibe ha bere n'azụ. Igbo Igbo na-atafu ihe a na-amara isi ya. Ụmụakwụkwọ ama ngazi, ndị ọrụ ama nga, Monde akpọchi ebe niile. Ndị na-acha ya ọ gbasara ha, they don't care. How can you say you don't care? But you are a leader. You must care. So we put this as our intention. Chineke si mmadụ were onwe ya, mmadụ ụwa si na onye ha amanwe onwe ya. Chukwu ga-eme onye ahụ ihe ọ ga-eme ya. Isi ọ bụrụ na ị ma ịrapụ ya. Then why the judiciary? There are three arms of government: the executive, the legislative, and the judiciary. And one arm, we say the other is useless. So please, I ask in the name of God, and by the power of God, that our leaders should quickly release Nnamdi Kanu. We cannot just be distracted by the new currency, by fuel scarcity. And there is a problem. Judiciary is dying. If the court can acquit somebody and somebody will say no, then the country is gone. It's a coup d'etat against judiciary. And as a man of God, I stand out to say, release him. Do the needful. Our people are suffering. A lot of suffering in the country. Perpetuated by our so-called leaders. I'm not a politician and I don't intend to be one. I'm a prophet of God. My job is to speak when God is angry. I will represent the voice of God in anger. When God is happy, I will speak and represent the voice of God in joy. The poor masses are suffering. Today is Nnamdi Kanu, tomorrow it can be you. And you go to court and court will say, release this person. And the governor or the president will say, no. If holding that young man will cripple this country, why not release him? Nnamdi Kanu's case is like a trigger in the gun. You must be careful how you touch the trigger when the gun is loaded. And don't tell anybody he's a nobody. He represents a people. And finally, the court has said, release him. Why not release him? Especially for health reasons. I have to render my voice so that when tomorrow the leaders begin to suffer calamity, they will not say, what did the Father Mbaka say? And remember, when I'm called into this service, I didn't take anybody's permission to air my view when God says, air it. When I cannot speak what God asked me to speak, then I have finished my job. Then God will take me. So I have not finished my job. Because we want to hammer today on generosity. It's all about giving. Don't use what God has given to you to mess up somebody under you. So I lift my hands once more for the suffering Nigerians. Everybody is suffering now. People will suffer and suffer to get money. And suffer and suffer and suffer more to take their money. And there is still a country. And tomorrow you say, Father Mbaka says, why do you force me to say something? I am giving both the president, CBN governor, a mandate from heaven. If they don't want to react immediately and stop this self-imposed wicked suffering on the people, they will suffer. What a rubbish! Why do you multiply misery? People are sleeping in the bank to get their money. In which country has it ever happened? People are now selling money, not dollar. It is easy to get dollar now than to get naira. Parents cannot have money to buy foodstuffs for their children. I don't know how many will be alive by the time the so-called new currency will come out. The new currency is not even good. The design, very poor. The color separation, rubbish. And everybody is quiet, thinking about election. Will people not be alive to do the election? Will dead men do election? Horrible. Men of God, you better open your mouth. Nobody can kill a man of God until the time God says is over. So, I have come back from the monastery to see my people like Moses coming down from the mountain. Seeing his people in suffering, in misery, in sorrow, in agony. It's time to tell Pharaoh, let my people go.
Zion will move. Olu go. Please do well to share it to others. Don't be stingy. So that others too will also learn from it.